Hey guys, welcome to AfterBuzz. It has been way too long. I've missed you the past 2 weeks, but I am back. So is the rest of the panel. We will be discussing Season 9 of Shark Tank, Episode 22. Lots of great things ahead. We'll be talking Gunner Optics, Avocado, which is a bit of a tongue twister, Soul Source, Suniva Super Coffee, and if you remember from about a month ago, Goat Pet Products with really cool pet speakers, we will have those on as well. So don't go away. We will be talking Shark Tank and pet products coming up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, lighting effects. Dun, 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 dun. You guys added lighting effects while I was gone? Whoa!
We've got fins, we've got lights.
We have someone new on the panel.
We have Taylor. I mean, we have all sorts of new things.
We have excitement all around.
Yes, we have talking products.
Talking products, so much fun ahead. Yes. Thanks for joining us on our Shark Tank After Show. We've got a lot of great things planned ahead. I'm Zoe Hewitt. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RealZoeHewitt, sitting directly to my left.
Hey guys, I'm Kelsea Hightower. You can find me online at Kelsea Hightower.
And I'm Taylor Gates. You can find me on Twitter at alphabet_Ann and on Instagram at Taylor_Gates_.
So you can find all of us and talk to all of us. And we've got some talking products for you guys.
Everyone's talking tonight.
Everyone's talking tonight. Now, I will preface this by saying that Michelle from Goat Pet Products, who was on the tank and on the show in the tank, was going to be on, but she is on the East Coast, so we were trying to connect with her because it is very, very late there. But she sent us these really cool pet speakers. If you remember them from about a month or so ago, they were in the tank. This is a product that you can clip onto your pet's collar and have your pet talk to you, take selfies, use it as a Bluetooth speaker. This speaker is so good, you guys. I've been streaming music, trying it from my phone. So awesome. Clear.
Yes. So Zoe, you have had the products, right? For a little bit. So you've got to you've got to play with them and try them out. And you have pets, right?
I do.
So have you put them on the collar and tried it out?
I did.
Okay.
And I did it with my cats. I did it with my cats. Not my dog, because my dog would have been scared out of her gourd.
Yeah.
Because she's sort of special needs. But my cats were pretty good with it, other than wondering, like, why is there a bird attached to me? But I loved it. I took photos. I've got them on my Instagram. I tweeted them out. So much fun. I love the bird.
Were they playing with the collar? Like, did it bother them?
No, it didn't bother them.
Awesome.
It didn't bother them at all. So really cool. And I love the little blue bird.
And Michelle is coming in.
And here we do have Michelle. Hey, Michelle, thank you so much for joining us. I know that we were trying to connect with you. So thank you. We're excited to have you. We've been talking already about the speakers and how much fun I've been having, at least with like the little blue bird, which is what I've named it in my house. So thanks for joining us. So tell us, how was your experience in the tank?
Michelle, can you hear us?
Oh, no. Okay, so we are working on fixing the audio sometimes. Hey, Michelle, can you hear us?
We can hear you.
We're working. These things happen, you guys, sometimes, and but they wouldn't be happening if you were using your Goat Pet product, because you'd be hearing everything loud and clear through your speaker. I know we've got some feedback. I have my phone close by because to control the bird, which you heard at the beginning, I need my phone. But Michelle, can you hear us now?
All right, welcome, Michelle.
Can you hear us?
Welcome to AfterBuzz. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
We're Michelle.
Yay! We've got her.
We're glad to connect.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, and we're glad to connect with you. We've been talking about the speakers and how much fun they are. I know I don't think you can
Am I supposed to see you?
You can't see us, but we can see you, and everyone who's watching can see you. So tell us about your experience in the tank.
Real quick note, Michelle, can you adjust your camera so you can have your face a little bit more center on the screen, please?
That's our engineer.
Possibly. Let me see.
That's our engineer and producer.
I'm just going to sit up higher. How's this?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So sorry, since we did have to get started, I know that we were trying to connect with you, but we're so glad to speak with you. Can you tell us, what was your experience like in the tank, and what has it been like since then?
I don't know if Michelle, are you hearing us? we're going to stand by
We
with
will stand
Michelle.
by.
We've got lots of exciting questions to ask her and talk to her.
Hi,
Thanks.
Steve.
Thanks,
Nice to meet you. Is it okay that I can't see anything?
All
Okay,
right.
so we will keep going. So we've been talking about the pet speaker, and Michelle, I think we're working on getting you patched into us, but we've got
Okay.
2 dogs, a cat, and a bird.
Sorry to interrupt
Yes.
here, but you
No.
have had some hands-on experience.
Yes.
You put it on your cat,
yes.
and I want to know how your animals are loving the goat.
Okay, my animals are having fun with the goat, but I am having more fun with bird. So I'm going to see if I can get it to talk to us again because
Okay,
I've
please.
had fun programming.
The AFTERBUZZ Shark Tank's hosts are the best.
Because we
So,
really are.
How exactly do you program it? Is it like an app or is it a website?
Yeah, it's an
just
app, so it's so easy. All you do is download the app, and it walks you through it. And then
cool.
you get to pick a profile for your pet, and there are a ton of different voices. So clearly, I'm using
Okay.
the American male
So
voice.
it's like
Yeah, I
Siri,
can hear you.
Kind of.
It's like scary. Hey, Michelle, can you hear us now?
That's all right.
Oh, good. I'm glad you can.
All right, no
hear-
problem.
I'm glad you can hear us. So we wanted to know, what has your experience been like?
Okay, she's responding to Steve that's behind the cameras.
Oh,
We're
very
still
mysterious.
It is all very mysterious. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of moving parts right now, and we've got a lot of voices that some
Yes.
people can hear, some people, and some people
It's all right.
can't.
I'll just do a
Including-
tutorial
yeah.
because I am not super familiar with this product
Yes.
yet, and I want to know how it works.
So
Okay.
it's really easy. All you do is download the app,
Okay.
and then you get to program it to say anything you want. So of course, we had it say that we're the best because we are, and of course, little Bluebird knows that. But you can have it say anything you want, and you can also take selfies with it. So if you connect via Bluetooth
That's so cute.
with the second part of the program, I guess you can do selfies. So I was having fun doing selfies with my cats.
How do you do selfies though? Like, is it on just through your phone, or is it through the goat?
So it's with you,
Right.
and then you press the button on the bottom. So really, you could put your phone anywhere. It doesn't have to be within arm's
Oh.
reach or selfie stick reach. I could put it across the
Cool.
room.
So it's kind of like a timer on your phone.
Right,
Oh,
but
that's
you don't have to
awesome.
run because you only have 10 seconds and you hear
So
that
you
beep
can put your
scaring
phone
you.
across the
Yes.
room, and then you can be with your animal and just press the button.
Exactly,
and
on the bottom.
your phone is taking a picture.
Yeah,
That's
Honestly,
awesome.
like I think that
so easy.
is the most worth it.
Yeah, seriously.
So easy.
All right,
That
that
sounds
is,
awesome.
Yeah.
We've got her on the air now.
Okay, hey Michelle, can you hear us?
Welcome aboard,
Yes,
Michelle.
hi. Hi, Zoe. How are you?
Yay!
We're glad to have you. Thanks for sticking with us through technical difficulties. But the nice thing is it's given us the opportunity to really talk about the product for people who didn't get to see your episode. But what was it like for you what has it been like since the episode aired?
Oh my gosh, it's been kind of crazy, busy. Just tons of this kind of fun stuff, which is really fun. That's why I'm wearing my signature Snow White headband for tonight.
Yes.
Which is kind of late for me. This is past my bedtime. I'm getting old, so I hope I still do a good job.
No, you're doing great. So what has happened since then? What did you see with the product? We always hear there's a big bump after the tank.
There was definitely a big bump. Now with me, I was already exclusive at PetSmart, and I was really spending a lot of my time at Shark Tank driving sales towards PetSmart. So they definitely received a big bump. But so did we. We still had people ordering direct. And I'm also customer service, so I enjoy taking all the calls. So a huge spike in the calls. So that part was really fun because then people would be like, wait, are you Michelle? Are you Snow White?
Yes, Snow White makes it so
Yes.
memorable. That was a great idea because it sticks out into your mind who Snow White is. Do you do that?
Do you dress up often?
Yeah, do you dress up as Snow White often? Has that been like a great selling point, or how did you come up with doing that idea?
Well, it was more of only the week before. It really wasn't in the plan, but I kept thinking I just wanted it to be, just like you said, a little bit more memorable. We have a lot going on, with the name GOAT. It's what's GOAT? Well, GOAT is greatest of all time. Not everybody knows that. We also had Axel, a military canine, a retired military canine from the charity Project Canine Hero that I work with. And so now I got a military theme. I've got goats and I've got a talking dog speaker. It's how in the world do I tie this together? And in my own crazy way, which Daymond had it right calling me a little nuts.
Oh no.
I thought, well, what about in fairy tales? Like, princesses always talk to animals, and they never had the ability to talk back.
Mm-hmm.
They just needed the goat pet speaker, right? So, but it's a process. You can't just decide what you're going to wear. Like, everything has to be approved, and then lo and behold, I didn't even realize, but Disney actually owns the network, so that was an easy approval. So it was pretty cool.
And so, is there anything you would have done differently looking back?
Gosh, yes.
I bet your
so
nerves
much.
get to you so much.
I think number one, I did mention my treats, the goat milk dog treats, but that wasn't aired. As I'm sure you ladies are familiar, I stood there for 58 minutes.
Right.
Wow.
And the world got to see just under 8 minutes of it.
Yeah.
So I was just as surprised as everybody else. All my friends and family are gathered around wanting to see, and they're like, "Oh, but Michelle already knows." I'm like, "No, I don't.
Right.
I'm terrified. I don't know what it's going to be. You have the best editors in the world putting that together." But I thought it turned out pretty good. Some of it I didn't even remember because it's like a blur. You're so much is happening all at once. So it was good.
And how did you feel coming out of the tank?
Coming out of the tank, relieved. I was so relieved it was over. I had such a hard time memorizing just what I was going to say for that first 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, there's so much pressure just because there's so many changes happening, lots of tweaks. So just relieved. But walking into the tank, nobody got to see, but I thought it was quite interesting is, Axel, the retired military canine, he had lines. He was part of my skit. He's part of my product. He was my demo. And just as I was walking out, I was standing right behind the doors that opened. They asked for my phone case, because certain things can't be seen unless the logos are approved and everything. And I took out the phone case, and I realized for the first time I'm holding my phone without a phone case, and I hit the delete button on all my voice files.
Oh no!
Because I didn't actually use the app when I was hitting the button. I mean, it's the same type of recording. It's just because it was going to happen too fast, and I could only glance. And when you're using the app, it opens up in a new screen.
Right.
So you're toggling back and forth. And I had, they weren't like, that wasn't like a voice overlay. That was the actual product working.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, everything was deleted. I had walked across the street in Culver City, California to Best Buy to the Geek Squad for them to help me, and I couldn't do it. But miraculously, I fixed it with 30 seconds. After they called my name, I could see the sharks. I stepped back and I said, "Wait, no, I can't go." And I thought for sure they were going to show that. And I was just going to look like a total jerk. But it worked out. But to me, that was like a huge accomplishment that I fixed it. So by the time I got out there, it was like, oh, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
So much happened
You
in
said
like
that
less
and
than a minute.
All three of us gasped in unison. I mean, oh my
that's
goodness.
your product. That's everything. So
No, one of the producers were like, "Don't worry, you got this. They're used to technical difficulties. You can overcome it." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, my computer's being weird." I'm like, "Wait a minute, no, I can't overcome it. The dog has lines."
Right. Like, this is my product.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? And now is when the dog speaks.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways,
it turned out really good.
It all worked out.
Yes.
And how did you feel? I mean, everyone talks about, like, exactly, you do your actual pitch for about an hour, but we only see such a short amount. Right. How do you feel about the final edit? I mean, Kelsey and I have talked a lot about how people are edited and how the sharks react to certain people, and they were harsh a bit.
On the show.
It seemed from the edit, from what we could see, yeah.
Yes, and you know what? All I remember when I walked away was how amazing. Mr. Wonderful said, that I broke Shark Tank history. And then he looked to all the sharks and was like, "Hey, we've never seen this before, this amount of sales and this amount of time. Cuban offered me a job." Like, everybody was saying such amazing things. Those are the things that I remembered.
Uh-huh.
So when I watched it, I was kind of like, oh, I think I blocked that part out.
That's like the opposite of what people usually do, so that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, that
Just
is really
focusing on the
good.
positive is a good thing to have, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was like totally like, wait a minute, I didn't remember that. And Daymond was very engaged. He asked most of the questions, and you actually didn't get to see a lot of that. So, you know, and Robert, he was feeding Axel, the dog, with me dog treats. He shared his water with him. I mean, him and Mark were screwing around with the speaker and playing with it, making it talk to each other. So I was like, this is so great. Like watching them play with with my product. I mean, like who doesn't want that?
Right.
So some of the stuff that wasn't seen was the only part that was disappointment. But as far as like the things that were said, I thought it was okay because, as you know, it's about entertainment. The fact that I was just aired was such a blessing. So, you know, you don't know if even if you get a deal, it doesn't mean you'll be aired.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, somebody maybe that didn't get a deal might have been more entertaining than me. So, but I pulled out all stops that I could. You know, I humiliated myself as a 42-year-old woman dressed as Snow White in a Halloween costume. I mean, I danced. Like, I figured, what else can I do? Like, it was about being chose. You know, you got 250,000 people trying to apply, and you know, I would have dressed like a clown if I needed to, but I needed it to make sense.
Right.
Yes.
You know, you make a wonderful point too that I think we forget a lot, we as an audience in general, that there are a lot of pitches and we don't see all of them. So you have
Even
to
if they got a
stand
deal.
out. Right.
Yeah.
You have to stand out. It's not just getting through casting to be on the show, it's getting past your segment even.
Right.
Yes.
Well, and even being there, you know, you're so excited to be there, and you rehearse, and then you go back to the hotel room, and then you wait to find out if you get to go the next day to even pitch in front of the Sharks. I'm not a patient person.
Oh, interesting.
I'm been called controlling a few times in my life. That's hard. All the unknowns. So
yeah, that would be hard for anyone. So you didn't find out that you were pitching until that day?
The night before.
Or the night before. Okay.
Yeah, so you do like a pitch in a room with no sharks. It's actually kind of cool. It's a table with pictures of the sharks.
That's pretty funny.
Yes, it's so, you know, and here I am with, you know, like I said, keep saying the dog. Originally, I was supposed to be holding the dog's leash, and he is the most highly ranked, so highly trained. But what I really overlooked is he's trained by my foot movements. And he couldn't see my feet under that dress.
Oh, no. Wow.
So during rehearsal, I was terrible. I was screwing with the dog. I was screwing with my phone, trying to get everything. You know, I'm working the voice files. I'm showing off the app. I'm holding the dog. I'm doing all this stuff. And at that moment during rehearsal, I just wanted to disappear because I was so bad. And I'm not being hard on myself. I was so bad. And I was very fortunate that they saw through it. And one of the producers spoke up and said, you know, someone else should be holding the dog. And I really wanted that. And I had a dog handler. So that's why you got to see Amanda with me from Project Canine Hero holding the dog, which is his handler. That changed. That was a game changer. That's what I needed. So lots changed just the night before. Then you get a call time. Then you finally get to go in front of the Sharks, but then you still don't know if you will be aired. I was filmed in September. I found out during Christmas break that I was going to be aired in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Which is also hard to plan. Like you said, a spike in sales.
Yeah.
You know, it's a gamble. Do you bring in a bunch of inventory? With the 2 week heads up, it's a tough call. But I took that gamble just because, like we said, I kind of pulled out all the stops. I was really hoping I would be aired, so I was prepared. So we were able to fill orders right away.
That's great.
That's great.
And since you've been with PetSmart, I'm just gonna go on towards like where you're at now. So since you've been with PetSmart, have you gotten another deal? Because I know that was only on Shark Tank. I think they said it was for 6 months, or was it your
exclusive? Was
exclusive? Yeah, exclusivity.
Yes. So our exclusivity, when they originally ordered, they ordered enough to get them through March. So and I didn't really have an opportunity to really explain all of those details when I was pitching to the Sharks, because one of their concerns were, will it sell through? The exclusivity goes to March. They had enough inventory to bring them to March, so it wasn't about getting necessarily a reorder. $2 million worth of product is a lot of product.
Yeah.
That's enough for the 6 months for 1,500 stores, plus an additional 71 in Canada and one in Puerto Rico. So it wasn't up until just a few months ago did I really start driving business till after March. We're going to be at a huge trade show in March at the Global Pet Expo in a huge way.
Awesome.
And that's where, all these large buyers really make their decisions, and that's where I got PetSmart last year.
Okay. So then when you go this year, are you going to be able to look for other retail stores to sell your product?
Yes, 100%. I actually did things backwards. I normally would never want, this is my first time launching my own product, but not my first time launching a product.
Right. Because you worked at PetSmart before.
No, not PetSmart, but
sorry, at a pet
but
company.
as a brand manager for pet products.
Pet products, yes.
Yes, and I've developed and launched them, but it's never been on my own dollar, and it's a whole game changer. I always thought I was a great employee, and I understood it. It is different when you go to a trade show, and the trade show costs $20,000 just to stand there.
Ooh.
It's terrifying. It's like every moment counts. I don't walk away. I don't eat. I lose weight there.
Right. Yeah. You are there 100% of the time just selling your product, huh? Or
yes. I actually might dress as Snow White this year.
You should.
Everyone would remember you.
Yes, absolutely. We support that
Kids
decision.
are crap anymore. I have 4 kids. I'll just blame it on my kids or something. I don't care.
Yes.
And correct us if we're wrong. You got to deal with Robert?
Yes.
Okay, and so how has your deal worked since then? How has it been working with Robert?
Well, it's a process. I think some people think it's like a game show where you go in a back room and you're handed this $500,000 check and you walk away like, woo, I won the lottery. It's so not like that. You go into another process it's like a due diligence phase. It's almost like applying for Shark Tank all over again. And even though, you can't just say you got so much in sales at Shark Tank, it has to be proven. What you speak there is fact, and it's been, trust me, investigated. So I had already given all this information for months. So I had to redo all of that, and we're still in that phase as far as, sharing all this information. And you have an opportunity to renegotiate afterwards. So that's what we're doing.
Oh, interesting that you can renegotiate it.
And you're in that process right now?
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle, for taking the time. I know it's very late in your time zone, so thank you for sticking with us through our technical difficulties. This has been fascinating. We always get to learn something new, so thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. And I wasn't able to hear at the beginning you guys talking about the product, so just prayers that you liked it.
We did. You'll have to go back and watch. And
I will for sure.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good rest of your night.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Bye, Michelle.
Bye, Michelle.
Thanks. Have a great night. Thank you.
So that was so great. We got to hear some information that I have not even heard before in all the interviews we've done with Shark Tank entrepreneurs.
Yeah, about Michelle and about Shark Tank. So it's fascinating to hear. Standing for an hour, almost an hour, and you only get to see 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Of it.
Yep.
Woo, that's a long time.
Yep. So you guys can go find your goat pet product speakers over at PetSmart, and we will take what time we have left. I know that we had some technical difficulties that ate up our time, but we will breeze through episode 22 as fast as we can.
Let's do
saying
it.
great things, starting with Gunner Optics. Joe is in the tank, $750,000 in exchange for 5% of his company. Basically, the number one problem in offices right now is computer eye strain. It has 4 particular symptoms, and these are glasses that you can put on that reduce all of the symptoms. So prevent dry eyes, reduce fatigue, eye fatigue, fight glare, and also reduce that terrible blue light by 65%. So
oh, sorry,
it's a
Zoe,
patented-
we were on our phones. We didn't realize. What was that?
I was wondering what was going on. Out of the corner of my eye, I see you guys. I'm like, what's happening over there?
You are on your phone all the time and on the computers. I wore my glasses. Just
You
for
need
this
your
episode.
yellow glasses.
I need them to be yellow.
So would you guys buy them?
I was thinking about this because I think that I need them,
Me too.
but I think that there should be a new product. Well, because I already wear glasses a lot of the time. So I guess I need to get some that are like prescription, or if there's like, I think that there should be like a screen on our computer or on our phone that does the same thing instead of having to wear them. Because I was talking to a friend who like works at an office, and it's just like, do you want to be the brave person in the office that's wearing the glasses and like saving your health, but also maybe looking a little dorky? I mean, it's a fine line to walk.
And they do have those screens, so it is interesting, and that's a good point because I had forgotten about the screens.
Yes.
What about you? Would you wear them, Taylor?
Honestly, probably, because I've been noticing lately that my eyes get like super tired and super dry at the end because I wear contacts. So that's what I was wondering too. Do you guys know, did they say if these were more like sunglasses-y glasses, or are they like actual prescription glasses, or could they be either?
I think you'd have to wear your contacts and then put the
then
glasses
the
on,
glasses
because
on.
I think it's just it just prevents the blue light from coming in.
See, I agree with you then. If they can make a prescription, like, you know, they have the glasses that can be like sunglasses when you go outside. Like, if they could,
like transition.
Yeah. If we could like implement that, that would be awesome.
If it recognized the blue light from your
That would be
screen and changed
crazy.
color, you just
would
came
be
up with the best
cool.
product
Guys,
ever.
I'm going to Shark Tank.
Yes! We need a percent. These retail though $60 to $80 on average. That's a lot. I mean, is your eye health worth it?
It should be. It should be.
But is it?
But it should be.
But it should be. So they did get a deal with, Joe did get a deal with Lori.
Yeah.
In the end, let's see, there was some back and forth. She offered initially some partial as an investment, part as a loan. They wound up with $750,000 from Lori as a loan at 8% interest with 5% equity. And he did try to nitpick over like 1%, but wound up with that 5%.
Well, because he had other
deal.
investors, right? So he had sold some of his company, which was really hard for him and really hard for the other sharks to jump on board.
Because he only owns 20% now.
Yeah,
So
that's tough.
So I know we'd love to discuss it more, but in the interest of getting to the next product, in or out, would you have invested?
Oh, this is tough. Taylor?
Passing the buck.
I personally probably out, but I think that Lori is a great partner for them.
Yeah,
because
I
she can
agree.
explain this so much on TVC, and so I think that they did a good deal.
Yeah. Are you jumping on board now, Taylor?
Zoe?
Past everyone else? I agree. I think Lori is a good partner. As far as if I would invest, no. I don't think people care about their health enough for $80 worth.
I think you should care about your health enough, and I'm going to be in.
Should is different than if they would.
Well, they are going to bring awareness and learning to all of us who are afraid to wear yellow
We
sunglasses.
only care about our health when it's the donuts.
You're right.
I want to eat a donut. Wait.
The health
Okay.
donuts that were on a
Oh,
few
yes,
weeks ago.
I
We're
remember
totally
I
obsessed
watched.
with them.
Yeah.
I watched.
We were supposed to bring them.
So, please
Throw
do.
it backwards.
Next time,
I
please do.
know.
Okay, I am going to skip over the update right now. We usually do it
Yeah.
at the end anyway, so in the interest of having like 2 minutes left, Avocado, it's a
I'm
tongue
excited
twister.
about this one.
Avocaderia.
Avocados.
Like it's an avocado cafeteria. Alessandro, $300,000 in exchange for 10%. This is basically a restaurant where every single product has avocado in it, including but not limited to chocolate mousse. I think you guys are both in. Do we even need to discuss?
I'm
Yeah.
very in.
I'm very in.
The food looked delicious.
It looked, I love avocado toast.
And the price was decent. It was
Six
to
like $14.
$6 to $14
That's
per
pretty
item.
standard for
Yeah.
at least Los Angeles. And
Yeah.
plus, they should take this to Los Angeles.
Yes.
Because people would love that
Yes,
here.
and he said LA was on his list.
Hopefully. I want to eat there so bad.
I know, I do too, and this is the perfect place. I mean, everybody goes crazy.
So
for
the
avocados.
only thing though that I can't help but wonder
Go
is
on.
if this is just a craze, and then what happens when the avocado craze is gone? Because I'm like Lori, I'm not like super into avocados. I like it when you can't taste them as much, like the chocolate pudding or chocolate mousse that they had. But I wouldn't go regularly to eat avocado toast.
I mean, the craze has been going on for a few years now. So,
So aren't we at the end then?
No, we are just at the
don't know.
beginning.
People are weird about their food here. Like, they really are. I'm from the Midwest, and, like, people are weird here. And
But-
so it would thrive in LA. I don't
Yeah.
know if it would
Exactly.
thrive in Indiana.
It thrives here,
have to
but what about the rest of the
They should
country?
strategically plant them, which
Yeah.
they're planning on doing. So
Right.
they're
Big
they're doing the
cities,
smart
big
thing.
market, I think. I think it's, I mean, if you can have little donut places.
And like little juicing things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
I mean,
have an
I don't know.
avocado thing right next to
I
it,
love
and
it.
I'll go there.
I'm all about the avocados.
Yeah.
I think that it sounds interesting, and
Uh-huh.
I think it could do well in LA, but I do wonder about the rest of the country. They said they plan to open 20 locations the next 5 years. They did get an offer, interestingly, from Barbara and Mark going in together from the get-go, $300,000 for 25%. There was some back and forth. They wound up $400,000 at 20%, so basically Shark could take 10%, but he got more money, so it didn't dilute his valuation. Were they a good match for him?
I think so. I think it'll be great.
Especially with Mark's sports teams. He could like pair that up, you know? That could
Yeah,
be
but
a good little
Do you go to a sporting event, though, and order
not a
avocado
sporting
toast?
event, but like the athletes could like promote it, like healthy food and stuff.
Or those shakes, avocado shakes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Maybe.
There you go.
Maybe.
I feel like
I
there
don't
could be
know.
some partnership.
I think it'll be a good partnership. I'm glad that there's two sharks
Yeah.
for this, especially
Yeah.
with a restaurant.
Yeah.
But it was surprising to me because Lori seems like the go-to food. I guess because I always think of those Bantam bagels, but Barbara
Yeah.
has the she has a lot of food. I guess she's got the
and she's good with
Brothers
marketing.
Maine Lobster. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got the Tom and cheese. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
good deal. So Taylor, in or out?
In.
2 thumbs up for me. I'm in, and please come to LA
Yes, please.
ASAP.
Oh.
Yes, Alessandro, please come. We would love also to try your avocado toast.
Yeah,
If
you
you're
know,
here,
send
we
us
would
some.
love to have you. Unfortunately, I think I'd have to be out. I just think that I'm worried
It's
about the
fine.
avocado craze.
We'll
Sorry,
take
sorry,
it.
Alessandro. I liked you,
We love you.
We
but they love you.
Bring it to
We're
LA.
all about the food always. Like
Yes.
it's fine.
So, Soul Source was next into the tank. Dr. Catlin Powers. Catlin or Caitlin? Because it was written
Catlin.
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 Okay. $500,000 in exchange for 3% of her company. This is basically a grill that's solar powered. So, it heats up to 500 degrees in seconds and can cook meals quickly. And it collapses, which is really cool. Like, when it collapsed, it was like, whoa, cool camping product.
Yeah.
Even though I don't even like camping, but really cool camping product.
I know. Well, and it's cool for camping, but she was even marketing it for just,
Yeah.
everyday use, backyard.
Right, so they had
not
the full
necessarily
size.
camping.
Right,
Yeah.
there was the full sized one, and that retailed for $249 and $499. Or excuse me, the opposite. Full size was $499.
Yes.
The smaller
Smaller.
collapsible one was $249.
Yeah. Steep
Yeah.
price
Yeah.
for a grill.
Yes.
Real expensive,
Yes.
but super cool. I know that the Sharks were kind of critical because she spent a lot of time on the grill and less time on this portable or this this battery that she has, where you can use the solar energy, solar power, and store it, and then use it later.
Yeah.
And I mean, what an incredible story she had. There was a lot happening for
Yeah.
this segment. But I mean, what a cool product, and for her
Yeah.
to be able to use that technology, and that's going to be used in the future. I mean, the Sharks were wanting to hear more about that, I think, than the grill. So,
Yeah. Absolutely. And you alluded to her cool story. Would you like to share the cool story? Oops, sorry, little
Yes.
baby blue bird.
come back. Don't
Blue
fly
bird
away.
fell.
Stay there. Yeah, so she was talking about how she went to the Himalayas, and she was doing research there, and a lot of the people who lived there were getting not cancer, but lots of health issues.
No, you're right. They were dying. There were more people dying of cancer than it was AIDS and something else combined. AIDS and malaria combined, dying from smoke exposure.
because
and home
I guess they
cooking.
were grilling inside,
They were
or
cook-
it was just getting inside. So there was a lot of health issues with the smoke, and she came up because of that. She came up with the grill, which is perfect for that culture and for everybody there. But then she ran into some problems whenever she just the culture, and I forgot specifically
was
how
like
she
military
phrased it.
conflict.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
some-
conflict. She
yeah.
had to get out and get out fast, I think. Yeah.
ASAP. And what else? She was also getting sick.
Yeah, she almost died from
Twice.
parasites twice.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she suffered for her art, and so to speak.
Yeah.
And then she actually did get an offer. She's had 1.3 million in sales, which is amazing. And she got an offer from Mark, who went in almost immediately as soon as he wondered if the solar panels could be used for other things. She said yes. She even countered. He offered 5%. He
Yeah.
wanted 5%. She went to 4%, and he agreed immediately.
It was such a wild segment because
Yeah.
it all happened just right at the end there
Yes.
with the negotiating. It was crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that he haggled over 1%, and I couldn't believe she haggled over 1%.
It was
I know.
insane. I guess with the
Yeah.
invention that could be that big. Like you said, it could be like billions of dollars. 1% is a big deal, I
Yeah.
guess. But like for me, it seems crazy because I'm like 1%. Like what? But I guess it makes sense. I think that Mark just wants to compete with Elon Musk.
Yes, because
sad.
and you're right, because everyone else went out rather quickly, and so I have to wonder what happened that we didn't get to see on air, because I feel like there would have been more to it than just, can we compete? Yes, okay.
Right.
I mean, it was so fast.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Well, and
Yeah.
most of the other sharks were talking about the other, this technology and how they didn't really get to hear about it, and then they were quickly out.
Yeah.
And I think Mark was just like, I think this is going to be great technology. I mean, he loves technology, so he's always usually in on those sorts of gadgets and everything. And then probably during all this negotiation period, he'll work out the details and ask more questions about it later,
Yeah.
Jump in first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, and she was amazing with multiple degrees and a PhD from Harvard.
cool.
Very
And
impressive.
I was actually more surprised there wasn't a charity component to this, especially how it started. I thought there would be we donate 1% of our sales to
Yeah,
type of
the
thing, but we
people
didn't get that at
in
all.
Himalayan. Yeah.
So it felt like almost a transition to me from who she was to this product. Did you guys feel that way at all? That the product almost differed from who I felt like she was?
Yeah, it had a really weird path. Like the whole product had a weird journey. I agreed with the other sharks that something was just kind of off, like kind of weird about it.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of opened up a little bit about her story, and I think that helped to show us why she came up with the grill and what was going on with that. But I think that I think what Barbara was saying, that she's more of a scientist, not an entrepreneur, really played a big factor into that. And that's not a bad thing either.
Yeah.
So that's why that's why you come onto Shark Tank. You get a shark who can like coach you and help you with that sort of thing. But I think that's where you see a lot of the awkwardness or, this like confusing story maybe.
Well, I mean, I thought she seemed amazing. I guess it's in terms of, I can't remember exactly what the other product is called, the Illuminaries, I think it is, the solar-powered illumination that they specifically, like we've seen them in updates a couple times this season, where they specifically wanted to go into places like Puerto Rico when they had to have no electricity,
Right.
and then they provide the electricity with these illuminary things that can plug in and charge cell phones. So I guess I was expecting some component of that, of, well, I want to take our sole source grills and take them to places that, might not have firewood, something like that. I was expecting that, and so I was surprised not to see or
Hear
hear
more
that.
of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I totally understand that.
So I'm starting with you, Kelsey. Are you in or out?
Oh, pressure's on.
Pressure's on.
I would be in for the technology. Solar power is growing so much, and there's gonna be this huge leap, and I think that's where everything is going right now, and I think that's why Mark jumped on, and so that's why I would be in.
With Mark. Okay, Taylor?
I'd be in with Mark.
I just don't think I know enough about the space to be able to be helpful. I didn't.
Me
like,
either,
I kind of
but
yeah, that's fair
doesn't
enough.
stop
If you
me.
want to make money, whatever.
That's right.
But I really do love her. I love her story. I love how smart she is. Like female entrepreneurs always for that. I don't know that I'd invest, but I wish her well.
Yes,
sure will.
I like that. That's a good way of putting it. I think that's how I feel too. I wish her well. I think it's awesome. I would want to support her, but I don't think I'm the right partner for her. So Kelsey, we'll have to leave this one to you and Mark.
Sounds good. I've got avocado and solar power. Bring it on.
All set, and now you just need something to drink. So that would be the Suniva Super
I am
Coffee.
parched.
You are parched. Jordan, Jake, and Jimmy, brothers, $500,000 in exchange for 4.5% of their company. This is coffee, but what's really special about it is that it has energy and protein added, so it is healthy coffee, if you will. So it's like a combination of a healthy energy drink and coffee.
Yeah.
You ready
Good
to drink
combo.
up?
I don't particularly like coffee. I don't drink coffee. I like the smell of coffee beans, but it's not a product for me. Already, out of the bat, it's a no. But I will say that it was interesting to see all of the sharks' reaction to the taste and how delicious the avocado was and how not delicious the aftertaste of the super coffee was.
And I like that you're pushing your own product since you've now invested in the avocados. But I agree. Taylor, did you agree that the sharks just, no one liked
They
it,
did
did
not
they?
like it. Usually you get one person that loves it.
Yeah.
At least one person, but they were all either or ugh.
Yeah, that was like a little F or a big. And that's a great point. I mean, Barbara talked about how much she loved them but that she couldn't because she didn't like it. And
Yeah.
I thought she was leading up to being the one who liked it. Like you say,
Same.
there's always one. I thought it was going to be Barbara.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they've raised $1.3 million. They've got great margins, 43%. They're in tons of places, Whole Foods and Target. They just have a deal now with a food service provider going into offices and school cafeterias. But who's drinking it?
I don't know.
I guess the
but
millennials. I mean, that's what Robert said, right? Robert said, why don't I like this? They were like, you're not a millennial.
I don't know how that makes your taste buds different. I guess if you say it's cool, then it tastes good. I don't know.
Yeah.
They need to add like a peppermint afterward, like attached to their drinks, you know?
Like a mint, just
like a mint.
under every cap.
Yes. Just like, pop this in
Pop a little
afterwards.
Tic Tac in there.
And,
Yep.
You know, and it makes me wonder how much maybe the sharks only eat like pure health. I mean, Lori always talks about being a health food addict. So maybe that's why they taste the aftertaste. Whereas I always use the fake sweetener. Like I always use Equal and Splenda and things like that. So I wonder if I would taste the same aftertaste or if I'm just used to it. Ooh,
There's
my pen.
only one way to find out.
We have to
But
drink
we'll
it.
have to try it.
Jordan, Jake, and Jimmy.
I
We would
know.
love to try some coffee.
I know.
Might keep
What-
us up all night though.
Oh, that's true. That's okay. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
It is a risk we will take for the job.
For the job. It's all in
all
a day's
job.
work. It's all for the job.
All for the job. So they actually did not wind up with a deal because none of the sharks liked the drink, which I know I hate to say. I feel bad for them too.
know.
I mean, does it make you feel extra bad for them when everyone says that? It
I
makes
mean,
me feel-
kind of, but they can. That's something they can always tweak and change. You know,
Yeah.
like you can always. It's good to have that feedback because they can always do something a little bit different
right.
and make it better. You know.
But I just wonder how much of a product killer is it when the sharks all don't like it? Because
Yeah.
it's hard enough to be in that space, right? But then to, you know, anytime someone walks by it in Target to go, oh, I remember that was the product no one liked.
It kind of
Who's
makes me
gonna
want
buy
to try
it?
it more though. So, like, will I agree? Like,
Yeah.
it's a challenge that I'm taking now.
True. Challenge accepted.
There
my
we go.
goodness.
So no
Taylor,
deal.
you'll get there. Just give it another week.
That's right. Taylor, so would you invest in Suniva Super Coffee?
I want to try it,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know that I'd invest just because they're always talking about how hard the beverage space
Yeah.
is. And they were talking about how this is like the only coffee besides Starbucks pretty much, but I don't think that's true because I've been down aisles in like Target and stuff and I see tons and tons of like ready to drink coffee. I guess it's like the added benefit of like the protein and stuff,
Right.
but
Yeah.
that's not really my space.
Well, and I feel like what I see is
yeah.
like Starbucks brand of the
Yeah.
already made coffee.
That's true.
You know?
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I guess like in other countries, like Japan has a million of them. You can get
Japan has a
canned
million
coffee
of
in
them.
like a million vending machines. But
I had no
these
idea.
aren't, you can't drink it like a protein shake. Like did they say, is it enough protein to actually fill up? Can you drink it like a meal? Or is it just some protein to make
I
it
think
healthy?
It's just some.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't think it's a.
So
I
it's
don't
just
think they
more
were talking about a
energy.
meal supplement.
It's more energy and less sugar.
I feel
is what
like
I'm saying.
if this had protein, like a meal replacement protein shake type of
Yeah.
thing, then to me it's perfect because I like to drink coffee and I have the energy and I'm full and I can take that
Yeah.
and go.
But it would be good for like. It would probably be good for breakfast though, because how hungry are you for breakfast? You're not like. I mean.
Well,
you could eat-
eventually I eat.
Well, yeah,
I
but
don't
like.
like to eat the minute I wake up, but I want breakfast.
Right, but you don't eat a huge meal. It's not like lunch,
That's
like
true.
a
I eat, like a
replacement.
granola bar for breakfast.
Yeah, you could
That's
like
all
grab
I
and
eat.
go.
I know.
In my house.
Like,
You know,
I need
like
more than a granola
cereal,
bar.
granola bar.
Yeah.
Like these are your, easy, yogurt, whatever,
I'm not doing
banana,
a full
like
English
more
fruit.
breakfast every
breakfast.
day. As much as I wish I could afford that, I'm not doing a full English breakfast.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
I know. I just feel like I want more than a granola bar for breakfast.
That's
You're making me hungry just thinking about
I
it.
know.
At lunch.
You just need that little thing. It doesn't have to be like a huge meal supplement.
Okay, so Suniva Super Coffee, which I feel like I want to say like a superhero and
Yeah.
run my shirt off. So Taylor, you said you're out. Too
I'm
hard
not
of a space.
investing, yeah.
Okay.
Too hard of a space, but really, I want to try it. So guys, send some samples.
Send some all right. Kelsey, you're
I
out.
don't drink coffee, but I'll try it maybe once.
Is that an out?
I was already out from the beginning because I don't drink coffee. I don't
Okay.
like it.
Just clarify.
I'm sorry.
And
Not a coffee drinker.
I think I'd be out. I am a coffee drinker, but I have to say the fact that none of the sharks liked it until I can taste it myself, I don't think I can invest in this product, unfortunately.
Well,
So
you know.
let's breeze through really quickly the update. There's an update, Honey Fund. It's basically an online registry. They have a deal with Target now. So instead of putting on your wedding registry putting things on your wedding registry. I don't know why I cannot get the
Registry. It's
Thank
fine.
you.
I've got you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Instead of asking for dishes, you can ask for vacations.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
They have 5.6 million. They've made 5.6 million in the 3 years, they said, since Shark Tank. Do you have anything to say about Honey Fund?
It looks fun.
Yeah, I think my friends did this for their wedding. And
Oh,
it was
really?
super easy to navigate, and I think it's a great idea, and I'm glad that they're thriving.
Yes. I'm always glad when people thrive.
Yes, it makes me
know.
so happy.
I
And I
wish-
remember watching them, and I was like, yes, succeed, please. And they did.
Succeed.
They're at Target, guys. You can't get any better than that.
You
That
can't get
is
better than
true.
Target. This is true. Amazon, I guess. Were they already with Amazon as part of it? Because Amazon's another big registry place. Right. Doesn't everyone or wish
Do
lists?
they?
Maybe not. I don't
I
know.
don't really think it's
like
usually
everyone
Bed
has
Bath
wish
and
lists.
Beyond,
Yeah.
Target, Crate and Barrel.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends getting married. I know the list. So Target's a really good one.
Target's a good one
Yeah.
to combine with. Okay. Well, yay.
Fair.
We're happy for them. Hooray.
Hooray!
Success all around.
Honey fun.
Honey fun. Honey fun. Yes, exactly.
Honey
Nice,
fun.
nice. Okay, so as we wrap it up, we breezed through. We got to talk to Michelle at Goat Pet Products. We got to talk about the episode. We will be back another episode next week, which is kind of rare for Shark Tank this
Seriously.
season.
In only
Yeah.
one episode? What?
Yeah, what? We won't know what to do with our time.
I know.
So, Taylor, where can everyone find you on social media?
You guys can find me on Twitter at alphaba_Ann and on Instagram at Taylor_Gates_.
And I'm Kelsea Hightower, and you can find me at Kelsea Hightower. Don't forget about our little friend, our little bird friend.
Absolutely, and I am Zoe Hewitt. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RealZoeHewitt. You can check out some pictures of my cats with the Goat Pet Products. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.